Hey guys, welcome to Daniel Gian Talk, and today I'll be reviewing the great 1995 Indian film Rangeela, directed by Gopal Varma, starring Aamir Khan, Jackie Shroff, and the beautiful Urmila Matondkar. I am probably mispronouncing her name. I apologize. Let me know in the comments the phonetic way to say this. I'm trying to learn here. What attracted me to watch this film is it's the very first film to incorporate and utilize surround sound. I would have assumed that the Indian film industry had surround sound in the late 80s, so to find out that this was the first one, it really piqued my interest. And the movie starts off on black, and it starts to show pictures of famous Indian celebrities, but during this whole time, speakers start to fill up with surround sound. Traffic and cars beeping and cars going by and motorcycles and people. He's letting you know right from the beginning, this is going to be a different experience. This is going to be a theatrical experience. It's going to be a movie. You're going to sit down and watch a film with me. And that's what it was. And that's what I really appreciated the most about this. The film is about Muna, Aamir Khan, and Urmila. They're childhood friends. Muna is this orphan who sells tickets for Jackie Shroff's films. It's not Jackie Shroff in the movie. It's Raj Kamal, or Kamalji as they call him in the movie. It's very ironic. Here is Muna selling tickets for Kamalji's films, and then by the end of the movie, Kamalji wants to have a relationship with Mili. So literally, the actor that is keeping Muna alive in terms of financial wants to date the girl he loves. Best thing about this movie is it earns what I just said. The film spends an entire hour developing Muna's character as well as Mili's character, so you absolutely love and adore both of them. There's tons of songs during this first hour, but by that first hour, by the time that phone call rings and it's Kamal calling her up and saying, hey, I want you to replace our stupid actress. Great performance, by the way. The scene with the actress and the mom, they made me laugh. They're great. When she gets that call to replace the actress, you want her to succeed at that moment, but you also know the ramifications of what potentially could come about this. Sure enough, it goes and explores exactly what you think is going to happen, but it doesn't end exactly like you think it does. And why is that? The power of character. And there's some really, really beautiful scenes as a result of this. When Mili first goes on set, she has a breakdown. She freezes up, she runs off set, and Kamal comforts her. And that's when you kind of know there's a potential here for a romantic relationship going on. But the beautiful scene that takes place after this is between Muna and Mili herself. Mili comes over with the script and asks Muna to read lines with her. But he's like, all right, I'll do it for you. Mili reads the dialogue of the movie to Muna. And the beauty of the scene is the dialogue that she's reading Muna just so happens to be the exact thoughts that Muna has going on in his head towards Mili, that he wants to marry her, that he wants to tell her all these beautiful things. And during this entire little monologue, you just see Mili reading lines to Muna, but you never see Muna. It just stays on her. And you want to see Muna's face. You want to know how her words are affecting him, because it's literally exactly what he's been feeling. But RGV holds back. He doesn't show him once until after she finishes everything she has to say in the dialogue, and she waits for his response. And then we cut to Muna, and Muna's just blank face, which is great. It's just even better that he doesn't have an emotion on his face, because we as the audience become involved at that point. We start to think and speculate. Is he thinking this? What's he gonna do? As opposed to cutting back to him and he's like, or crying or whatever. That sequence of events is beautiful. And it's also beautiful on another level. The fact that he is helping her get this role, which is in turn going to further the relationship between Mili and Kamal's character. I mean, this dynamic is great because it really makes you involved, and because you're thinking about all of these different levels that are going on. He admits to the audience through Mili that he was once married and it ended in disaster with the death of his loved one.
कौन है सुचित्रा?
अरे अगर तुम उससे मिलती तो हंस हंस के पागल हो जाती। यू नो, जब मैं बड़ा स्टार बन गया, बहुत पैसे आ गए मेरे पास। मैंने गाड़ी ली। गाड़ी में सुचित्रा को लॉन्ग ड्राइव पर ले गया। खंडा वो जोक मारती रही, मैं हंसता रहा। वो जोक मारती रही, मैं हंसता रहा। वो जोक मारती रही, मैं हंसता रहा। Speed, very fast. But I could have ब्रेक होने का मौका ही नहीं मिला, 1 सेकंड में सब खत्म. शादी का सपना, घर का प्लान, सब कुछ.
But by the end, when Kamalji wants to marry Muna, but finds out that Mealy loves Muna and he helps her out and he shelters that feeling. He doesn't bring it up. It's such a strong writing decision. I really love that because I was expecting there to be a fight and commotion of something, but there wasn't. Took it on the chin. He took that L. It worked. It made me accept the ending. It has that shot where he's watching them and he's laughing and he's probably thinking to himself, this is like me and my old wife back in the day. This is us. And who am I to get in the way of this? And I appreciate that maturity. It wasn't what I was expecting, and as a result, I liked it that much more. But before this, the lead up to that was also phenomenal. I really did love the build up to that letter being given and the separation of Muna and Millie. Despite the fact of Muna constantly getting destroyed, whether he's spending money on a birthday and then Millie goes out on a party, a Kamal's party, a rap party, or he gets this whole suit and rents a car to take her to the hotel and then gets stuck with a fancy ass dinner. And by the way, that waiter totally screwed him over. Fuck that guy. Muna's like, bring what you would get. And dude brought out like 85 plates worth of shit. Like that, he did him dirty. Like that guy's fucked up. But I enjoyed that because it was like one sleight of hand. Like, oh man, I did this and I failed again. Mealy's like, please come to my movie. Come to my movie. It's so important. Take your friend. And he does. And then he gets kicked out by the producer so other distributors can go sit there. And then he gets into a fight. And Mealy only sees the ending of the fight. He doesn't even see the reason why he gets kicked out. And he went there and he gets made into the victim. And as the audience, we know what he went through. Mealy doesn't, so it's creating conflict. It's creating dilemma. And you feel for Muna because you want him to tell her. You want him to tell her that he loves her. You want him to propose to her. You just want it. Regardless if it works out, it doesn't matter. You want it to happen though. You want him to just do it. And every time he doesn't, it frustrates you. But I can see where he's coming from. I've actually never been in a situation where I've had to propose to a woman, but I understand the nervousness to not want to be rejected, not mess things up as they are, to just be complacent. And the movie's ultimately about not being that. Muna gives Mealy a letter and does not go to her premiere because he's fed up with it and tired. And she has the letter from Muna because she has her headspace in two different spots. She wants Muna there. She really does. She really does. But she's also at her premiere, which is huge. It's astronomical. It's big. And so she's trying to read the letter and then the lights go down. She doesn't read the letter. And you're like, oh, fuck. What's in this letter? We want to know. We, as the audience, wants to know. Mealy wants to know. We kind of have an idea that he's gone, that he's leaving, but we don't know what the contents of the letter are yet. The lights go up. The movie's over. First thing she does is she reads it. And then the words that it says are really impactful. I felt bad. I was like, oh. And she watched the entire movie. So, and it's an Indian movie, so come on, it was like 3 hours. So let's be honest, that's a long time to not read this letter. And she reads this letter, and the acting, her performance, just, it sold it all. You realize, oh my God, he's gone. My love is gone. The one I really love is gone. Fuck this premiere, fuck everything else. She tells Kamal, you need to take me to him now. They find Muna, and Muna basically says, I don't want to get involved. You guys go and be together and this and that. That's when he ultimately makes the decision to let them be in love. And not even talk about the cinematography, the heavy use of backlights. It wasn't necessarily motivated by anything. There's no real reason for them to have this extreme, harsh backlight, but it works. I dug it because it made a relatively low-budget production feel like it was made with more money. I mean, you can tell that they shot the party scenes on a stage. Because of the lighting, you bought it. Some of the film sets at the beginning, there's lights just shining off the wall to give colors. They're lighting fog, so it gives just more detail in the shadows. And I really appreciated that. As a matter of fact, I'd love to see this movie in black and white because of that contrast. I bet you it would look really good. This is a true musical because from beginning till end, you pretty much have a song every 10 minutes or so. All of the songs continue to tell a narrative. You're constantly learning new information. You're learning new character developments. You're seeing characters do different things. through montage, and as a result, I actually really enjoyed it. So 25 years later, the film still holds up, and it was a treat to watch from beginning to end. And as a result, it is now entering my library of great movies. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments why. Hit that like button, subscribe. And when was the last time you saw Rangeela? Has it been a while? If you've never seen it, I really recommend you check it out. And if you haven't seen it lately, I recommend you check it out anyway. But that'll do it for this one, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.